Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here with Peterson Electric. I've never done a video about my Sprinter van. I got this 5 years ago, about 5.5, and it's a 2012. Some of you maybe want to know a little bit more about Sprinter vans, and I figure I'd do a video since I've never done one on it. Tells you the ins and the outs of the van. First of all, this is what it looks like. I don't have my partner here today to do the video for me. So it doesn't have quite the newer style lights on that because I know the new 2014s had that. It is a 3.6 liter turbo diesel. And I think it's about 250 horsepower, 300 foot-pounds of torque, 350 somewhere in there. So pretty good, definitely strong enough. I want to tell you first of all about the tires. This is a rear-wheel drive truck. During 8 months out of the year when it's dry, I run Yokohamas, and they're a really awesome tire because the sidewalls are super strong. These are an MTR. I like these during the winter because I don't get stuck as much, especially in deep snow. They just tread right through it. So again, that's going to be a Wrangler MTR, and I definitely would go with some aggressive thread like that. Some tread on there, and you'll notice a huge difference. But just run it 4 months out of the year because the sidewalls are a little soft for my taste during the winter time when I'm on the highway. Other than that, the van itself is fairly open and large inside. I do have to say that if your batteries go out, which I did have that finally happen about a year ago, those are really hard. You have to take the whole seat out to get to the battery. So if you're looking for the batteries to replace to start it, you're not going to find it. Definitely have a mechanic do that. As far as the repair on the vehicle, maintenance, the only issue I've really had, honestly, has been that DEF heater tank go out on me. Thank God it was under warranty. I do suggest always buy an extended warranty on the Sprinter van because it is a little costly for some of the repairs if you have a problem. As far as the rear end, this is a 3/4 ton van. If you notice something, I'll show you. It's only a single leaf, spring leaf system. So if you're going to go in there and try to see if you can find yourself, some kind of double spring or another leaf, you won't. I had to put on Sumo springs on the back of it. Hopefully you can see that, but that's how they clip on. The only thing I can only find a person that would put those on is a Sumo spring. So definitely keep that in mind. I'm putting about 4,000 pounds of weight in this to 30,000, 3,500 a day. And the payload weight is way different than towing. Did not come as a crew seat, but I had it installed as a 4-seater there professionally. They clipped it in for me. So you want to make sure somebody clips that in for you. It's got 4 seat belts in there for the kids. And I just put all my day use in there. As far as the back end of it, I did have to put a step on because it hurts the hips pretty bad. And I did get a video camera put on the back. That has been a saver. For you guys that are wondering if you're going to buy the van, I have to say Sprinter is by far the best vehicle for a contractor who has a lot of little parts like myself. Doors open, 270 degrees there, or maybe 180, whatever. The other thing is inside, I did insulate all of this really well, and then I put on my wood, and then I put on glue and carpet to dampen that sound. But you can see the kind of insulation I put. And the inside, I just built it out with some solar strut systems. Very light aluminum. Not a lot of areas to attach to so you don't drill through the outside of the wall. So when you're trying to do that inside, make sure you measure that really slow, and you know on the backside of the carpet what that's going to look like. Other than that, I have to say, the maintenance people complain about, honestly, if you just take care of it and you change that oil, it says 10,000 miles on it for a diesel. I do mine at 8,500 just because I can tell the difference. So I'd rather have the engine go a little bit longer, of course, another 100,000 miles than not. I have 96,000 miles on it right now. I have not had a lick of issue, knock on wood. Just that DEF heater tank going out, and that was going to be about $2,000 to get that replaced. So thank God the warranty covered that. Other than that, this thing starts way better than my Duramax. I have a I think it's a 2015 6.7 liter turbo Duramax, the newer one. That thing is strong as a beast, but I'm telling you, it's a baby when it comes to trying to start in the cold. This thing starts, I had 1 degrees out last night, 0 degrees at our house, and it started up fine. It was a little rough, but you could hear it, but it just, the cold cranking amps on it's amazing. If you are gonna plug it in to give it a jump, I couldn't find this forever, but this is how you trickle charge it. That's your positive right there. You twist it clockwise, shove that in, right there. And then you ground out to your negative post right here. They sure don't tell you that when you buy it, but that's how you're gonna deep cycle. Don't worry about getting to the second battery to deep cycle. It's kind of like your Duramax or any other diesel truck. It's got 2 batteries, one for charging, one for cold cranking amp, but you only have to hook up to one. It'll just charge the other automatically. And I didn't know that myself until I got a diesel almost 6 years ago. I have to say though, instead of trying to do that topper thing, where I had a Ranger for years with a topper and then another truck, and then I had a Dodge 1982 Lazy Slant 6 engine, that thing was just a pain in the butt. At 3-speed engine. This has got a 5-speed. So the newer one I want to buy in about 2020, I've already priced it out, about $67,000. This one already has the top, and it's a 144-inch wheelbase. The next one I want is the longer, the 177-inch wheelbase. But you have to buy the ass end as a dually. You're going to want to buy that as a dually because of the fact that you can't upgrade to a 1-ton later. And I did not know that. With my Duramax, I had to put a helper spring on that, and it's made by Helper Spring, and that thing was amazing too. But a lot of the times, people won't touch these newer trucks trying to get them into a 1-ton with the extra leaf. So keep that in mind. If you're pulling that kind of payload weight like me, you're going to want to do that. Now, the reason why the next one I want is more expensive is because of the fact that I was getting it decked out with a heater AC on the top. I'm also going to get that longer wheelbase. I'm going to get it taller if I can, and the fact that it's going to come as a 4x4 option and taller on the van because it stands up another 4 inches. But that 4x4 is a beast, and I've heard really good things about it, although you do have to maintain now a differential system rather than just the rear axle. Other than that, if you just follow the plans with Mercedes, they really take care of you. At least the people in Loveland, I do have to brag about them. They've done really well for us, taking care of me. But I have to say, overall, man, of all the vehicles that I've owned, this has been by far the best truck for a diesel van that you can find. The inside cubic volume, you'd be surprised. You can just stuff so much up there. So boys, guys, if you're out there trying to find yourself a good van, not against Dodge, and I'm not against any of the other trucks, though, you know, GMC, they just, some of them haven't really gotten to a point where they've actually popped the top on that and given you more cubic volume on this van like this one. So by far, guys, if you're looking for a van, hands down, I think this is one of the best things that you can buy. All right, guys. Oh, one last thing, as far as price on this, you know, I was getting it towards the end of the year, so I kind of got a good deal on that puppy, and plus we were hitting the end of that bad market there. But I think I picked it up for about $42. So good van, completely stripped. A lot of people think they're a lot more expensive than that. Yeah, if it's an RV with all the decked out stuff inside, sure, it's going to be over 100K. But as far as this van goes itself as a shell, and you build it out, it was just about $42,000. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. So hopefully it helped you out, because I know that I look for videos all the time on Sprinter van. And again, I suggest get it with a warranty and get it brand new. Thanks, guys. Bye.